What's going on, everybody? LK here, and today another tournament review, this time from Panda Global's Bamboo Battles. So not that Bamboo, I believe it's called Barrage, that they had on PC on Sunday, but this one was last Wednesday on console. So I'm going to be going through my top 8 matches. First is against A3 Religion, long-time Guilty Gear player. Plays Johnny, traditionally, in GG, but obviously Johnny's not available, so he plays the other sword character, Nagoriyuki, where I'm playing, good old hashtag bottom 3 Milia, right? And Milia versus Nagoriyuki. So I think at this point, like, people's opinions on Nagoriyuki have changed quite a bit. Like, no one is saying like he's trash straight up. Some people are saying he's top 3. They have like a really extreme opinion about him. But regardless, a lot of people are playing him. I will say also too that the next one I'm going to do, because I just came from playing a tournament last night, you're going to see even more Nagoriyuki. This character is really popular. It's important to be good against this character. Thankfully, I think Milia does have an advantageous matchup against him. Slightly. His damage is really high. He's got good normals, but she can maneuver around all his shit. He has no DP, so if I knock him down, I just fucking run it. He does have a lot of life, so it takes a little while to kill him compared to other characters, but it's all good. So anyway, this is my first game against A3 Religion in this game, playing this character. The other nice thing about a lot of people playing him too is that I've been focusing on learning how to play against this character since the game came out, because he's new to the game, and legacy, like not having legacy knowledge, I want to get as much experience against him as possible. So now that he's more popular in tournaments too, I'm getting like even more varied experience, which is always good for playing against a character. Anyway, he's starting really strong here. He already kind of blew me out the first round. Spaghetti. Okay, that first game was pretty quick. Games against him can definitely get out of control if things aren't going your way. It's like one of the main things you gotta pay attention to. And as far as like match flow, like the thing I'm thinking about this whole time is trying to not get caught quickly. He went for like a pretty early command grab there, but like for the most part, I don't really think about command grab in general when I'm starting off against him. It's usually around now when he has 2 bars of blood, where I'm like, okay, so now his moves are bigger, a couple moves are faster, and I gotta look for command grab a little bit more because he can't do as many special cancels as before. But so he's gonna be trying to get that resource back somehow. Here's another move that gives it back to you. This is the super. When this happened, I was like, man. But actually, because of yesterday's tournament, actually, I'm gonna try to mention it when I do that one, that review. That super Wasuriyuki, it has a property where you block it in the air, you get popped up. So having moves, if you have like a 6P, most characters 6P does this. When you pop them up in the air like that, you have to go up and then down, and you have like the extra land recovery. So he actually is basically not punishable. Really, if you block that in the air, and you need like special responses for it. You can bait it normally by double jumping. You can go for instant block, which I think is mildly consistent because you do have a whole super freeze to like be like, oh, this is coming and I'm gonna go for my 2-frame window type of thing. But it's just good to know. During this set, I was like, man, like for real. And it's like kind of technically not a good choice, but if I block it, he's safe anyway, so it's actually fine. Okay, anyway, he's gonna hit. He went for it again. See, so in the moment, I was like, oh man, like if he's gonna be going for this, like he's a long-time Guilty Gear player, so a lot of the stuff I think about is how to attack his fuzzy mash. I know it's kind of a meme term. It's the delay mashing that like if someone has an airtight block string, you block. If someone delays a little bit, you'll mash. But it's been traditionally pretty strong in Guilty Gear because until this version, Strive, for the most part, you actually couldn't delay cancel your strings. But you had stuff that was plus, so you had to just build things so that you could attack the specific timing. In this game, you have to time your delays so that you hit the specific time. So something that I was thinking about a lot when I was playing him. Anyone catch that double KO, by the way? Anyway, we're going into the next round. Okay, I'm just kind of moving. I kind of thought that sweep was going to hit, not going to lie. Okay, you got the command grab. So he's been doing a bunch of like, it's kind of like a guessing game. You know what I mean? A little bit. Because like, you don't expect them to go for the command grab at low resource. But so them going for it is like, it's pretty good. Like they're not going to use resource for a little bit. And like the defender is not usually looking for it. It's not so bad. He went for it a bunch on me. I'm playing really lame because I have the life lead. I'm like, I do not have to go over there. You better do something to hit me. His burst is coming back, but it's okay. He's got YRC. I think he tried to do something. Okay, wall break. Playing pretty cozy. BRC! That was a kind of scramble. Kind of spaghetti. I gave it to him. Okay, I tried the rare. I tried to take my turn. That move is 0. The Beyblade is 0, so your response to it is going to vary a lot based on your character and specifically how fast your follow-up normal is. So Milia's fastest button is 6 frames. Nagoriyuki's is 5. So she is at a disadvantage for the most part in this state. Not only can she not like mash the grab, I mean, I think she can mash the grab in that spot actually, but you have to be like mashing. But again, like his fastest normal is 5 frames, so he can smoke you, and he gets combo into knockdown off his jab. So you don't want to like just jab. If you have a 5 frame normal, just like other responses you can do. If your fastest normal is 4 frames, or if you're privileged enough to play Soul, then I mean, I don't actually know how often Nagoriyuki will go for it, like raw on you, the way he'll go for it on Milia. Okay, using Mirage slip through. The rare Septum. Actually, when the game came out, I was really high on using Septum. But since it came out, I learned some stuff. Learned how the meter penalty works. It's not the same as old Guilty Gear. I missed the whip punish opportunity. That was good from him. PRC. Taking his turns a lot. Something I've been thinking about. I'm gonna see if it comes up again. It probably will come up again. Oh, he burst his Septum, but I didn't get a punish. So right now he's sitting about like 2 blood. You have to constantly look at his blood. And one thing that's also kind of like weird about playing against him is like when he uses it, it doesn't just go to where it is. It like builds up to the spot. So I don't actually know how. It's not like Zato. Like Zato, I know like okay, he gets 2 leaps, he gets like 3 opposes, he gets like 3 pierces because he uses a ton of resource when he uses Eddie. But Nagoriyuki is not really like that, and he can technically do like mad special moves until the thing fills up, the meter fills up. So you gotta kind of pay attention. You gotta look at it constantly. One of the biggest things, besides of course special moves, is how his normals work, and the biggest one is like normals get faster. So like his 2H, I don't remember if his 2H gets faster, but gets bigger, but 5H gets faster and bigger. So how you interact with 2S, because his 2S Gatling is actually pretty limited. How you interact with 2S is going to change a lot. I don't know if it's gonna come up again. I do want to point out a spot, like if it comes up, like the type of selections you can think about. We got this 2-1 though so far. All this type of planning is really good though, because he has a really traditional type of Guilty Gear offense where he has like a bunch of fast shit. He has a bunch of shit as plus, and you're just kind of dealing with it and making choices based on like the resources he has, what you got to, and how much risk you're willing to take. This is a very common thing in GG. Many characters in Guilty Gear traditionally have this as a win condition. Okay, so he's already in. It's this thing right here where he did like, you know, he had like 2 blood gauges, so he can't really do special moves besides step, right? And like something, so I've been thinking about this a ton. Like Nago players will do like 2A, 2D, and then they'll do 2S. So 2D is like -7, 2S is like 12 frames, and then 2S doesn't have a lot of Gatling options too. It only has like 5H and 2H and special cancels to my knowledge. So it's like, I feel like I'm letting them take turns that they haven't really earned, but like, and then like letting him go to that far range is like good for me and like not good for me at the same time. It's good in that like if he gambles on 2H and I don't do anything, then I get a combo to knockdown like this. Here's throw. But if he picks like 5H, he gets his blood back. If he's like going too aggressive whipping normals, he's gonna get access to special again. So in my head, I'm like, man, I really want to actually like fight back against this every now and then. Anyway, we're back in neutral here. There it is again. So off 2K, it's a little bit tough. There's the whip punish. It's really important to get those. The 2H pops up too, so he gets quite a bit of frame advantage. Honestly, if I was a Nago player, I would be willing to do a step on that, even at like high blood levels. Oh, what a trade! That's actually one of my bad habits against Nagoriyuki. It's like he can't do anything but meaty, but I still try to like do shit like backdash. I just get hit, take 30% for no reason. Okay, and again, remember that the Panda Bamboo Battles is 4 out of 7 for top 6. So because this is winners semifinals, this is 4 out of 7, a grind of a set potentially, but it's okay. So he keeps checking my mash, no big deal there. Okay, here he's got a lot of blood. We're gonna play this game. The nice thing about Milia is that she's fast too, so she can contest with normals by like either pulling up. She's got S disc, which is really nice. Oh, I feel so good every time I do a confirm like this. A capital confirm like that feels good, man. Baiting the super, he uses YRC, nice. YRC, by the way, my energy for guard crush is for everything. I actually don't like YRC very much. I prefer the old dead angle, for sure. The only nice thing about YRC is that it works the same for everybody. So when you find a countermeasure for YRC, then like you're good. But I mean, when you're playing against like Soul or Mei and they or like Potemkin or Chip and they guard crush you, like they guard crush you with YRC, it's just so bad. Nagoriyuki is actually good too because he's got bite. Okay, just peeling off. Don't care. I have a huge lead. I'm playing mega lame. I'm like swing, bro. Swing. I do not give a fuck. He might pop. He's gonna pop. He's gonna pop. He's gonna pop. Oh no. Oh my god, he had a pixel. Okay, I was saying in tournament too, he's really actually quite good at managing his blood. I don't think he popped this whole set. Where in the tournament I played in yesterday, there was I mean, both the Nagoriyuki players I played in top 8 popped at least once. Where he was just really good at managing the meter, which is important. It depends on the style you want to play with him. You know what I mean? If you're willing to pop, your Nago is going to be much more volatile, and you just gotta like be cool with it. You know what I mean? I actually think like this type of character with that thing, I can't play. Like it's too, not that it's too much for me to worry about. It just feels too volatile for me personally. I feel like a lot of his strength just comes from, you know, he just works really well in this game. He's got a lot of range, he does mad damage, good corner push, consistent conversion ability. He just has stuff that's good for his game. But even despite that, I'm like, I can't get over the fact like I gotta deal with this thing that if it explodes, even though he gets like some good shit from it, he's literally dying during it. It's fucking crazy. Okay, he's on his last legs. He can do this though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because now, I was gonna do that. Okay, special on him. DSS, and this will close the set. 4-1. Okay, so we're moving to the winner's final set again. 4 out of 7. I'm playing against the Lord Super 2115. I posted we played FT10 after this tournament, so this is the tournament that I was talking about. So if you were in the comments being like, yo, LK, why are you fucking being like, yo, he's mashing at the beginning of these matches? It's because of these matches that we're about to go through. So Zato, let's talk about Zato. Really interesting character, super cool in this version. Honestly, the concept for public characters is cool in general. It's just like, you know, they have cursed shit in history. So I think they did a pretty good job. I was actually like, man, they're gonna put Zato in this fucking game. Like, they kind of have to. He's a GGOG, but it's like, what are they gonna do to him? And then like, you gotta remember at the end of Rev, they kind of did him dirty. You know, I'm not gonna lie, they did my boy dirty. Not my boy, but. At the end of Rev, I started feeling like bad for technical characters because I'm like, yo, they just come at the technical characters and then like all the motherfuckers who just get combos off everything and they kind of just like swing their big buttons, they just get hooked up. So I was like, man, they did Zato dirty. Zato is definitely on the team, definitely on the team technical. They kind of did him dirty. Now, the thing is though, this matchup and this character, this is an example of like I think I mentioned when the game came out that like legacy knowledge both helps and hurts. So like Zato is so different that all the stuff I learned about fighting him in Exerd basically doesn't mean anything. Here's some examples. So one, normally the rule is you don't want to dead angle. That's the old guard cancel. You don't want to dead angle Eddie. But in this game, the way the dead angle works, YRC, you actually do want to dead angle. But it's okay to, you know, you can still aim to burst Eddie. How I go about targeting Eddie in neutral, because in Exerd I had pin, which means I could choose to not engage Eddie and try to kill him from far away. In this game I do not have that tool, so now how do I fight Eddie? But then like Molitor is different, it's replaced with the spikes, Pierce is 2 hits, he's got Leap instead of Nobiru. Leap covers like a really different range than what you're used to. Like where Leap hits is where you would normally Milia likes to play against Eddie, because Nobiru usually just goes straight up. Leap goes up at jump height and like forward, but you can run under it. Nobiru is like you can't run through it, and it goes to super jump height, but you can like float in front of it. So there's a lot of like little differences that were like kind of tough to deal with. A lot of people have a lot to say about this character too. Like some people are like, oh, he's secret top tier. Other people are like, you know, he's kind of mid, like he's got cool shit, but like he gets deleted by fast characters. I'm kind of on team potential. I don't think he might end up as like an S- type power level, because like Milia, people keep finding new stuff about him and playing matchups better and stuff. His potential is high. which I think is really cool. So for me, like the best part about entering this tournament is like I just don't have a ton of experience against this character, and playing against Super, who is I mean here he's showing as a red aura. I mean we're in game so you can't see it, but like he just like is one of the high ranked Zato players in the tower. I was like, man, this is like half the reason why I enter some of these tournaments. Like I'm just hoping that I run into a character that I don't totally know how to play against. So the big thing too, another big thing is fucking oppose, man. That move is really, really good against Milia, and also the way I play neutral, and I don't have pin to hedge my bet. So it's like you gotta select pretty carefully around this stuff. These are the first games we're playing with each other though. Okay, use capital to break the wall. I'm down around, but it's okay. I don't mind because I have all this meter. I remember this. I tried to do super and it didn't work. I think my super would have worked. One thing about Zato is like he has no invincible reversals at all. So I make this joke. It's like from an exit joke called like the Zato mash. I used to always like outplay no Kami. I'm like, it's the fucking Zato mash, bro. Like Zato players will tell you his defense sucks. Like he has no DP, he's got no invo reversal, but then they also mash a lot. And you're like, yo, if his defense sucks, then why are you fucking mashing? If you're complaining about dying and stuff, and they're like, we have to. Which is, I mean, it's the truth. And honestly, if Zato gets you off of him, he does get like a pretty decent situation. So it's not so bad. There I was waiting for the YRC. Okay, waiting again. He gets it there. Zato's is pretty good too. If he command grabs you, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, burst to kill Eddie. Neutral. Ah, his 6p whiffed. Okay, mix. Same side low. He doesn't burst. I've been OSing a lot of his bursts. Oh, this is pain. I remember that. That was fucking spaghetti. I try to make something. This is what happens when you try to make shit up in tournaments, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, sometimes you gotta though, but oh my god, spaghetti. Okay, so we're going to game number 3 now. Going to game number 3. Feeling pretty good. I don't feel like I'm playing like super poorly. Okay. Using a neutral jump capital. The low height capital means they have to wait in a spot where she can't reach you with air dash for it, which is a hard tell basically. Okay, I try to mash. Mashing now is actually pretty hard with Milia. Jumping is easier, but if he does leap, then you're going to be forced down. Okay, he pulled up mad hard. I was like, son. Okay, leap back into me. Look at the damage. That's the other thing. His damage output is mad high. His damage output was high before. So for people who are like surprised, if you haven't played like previous Guilty Gears, like his max damage output is always pretty high like that. Like he's had combos like that before. Main thing is like it's kind of difficult to do, but like he's been able to have that type of output before. There's a charge dust for max damage. I don't mind breaking the wall here because I have a big lead. I'm not coming back or anything. Milia of meter is a meme. OS burst. Okay, my round. I'm thinking much more carefully about when I want to break the wall. Milia is one of those characters that is able to kind of break the wall on her own terms. Between like she can literally send people mid-screen for mix-ups if she wants. That's one good thing. And then you can end your combos early and place not a meaty disc, but like a safe jump style disc on them. Remember, when you do these types of resets, the wall is still going to break pretty quickly, but the total damage you'll get from doing that is going to be higher than just breaking the wall right away. And on top of that, you know, you're keeping your corner position. So it's like you're thinking carefully, like, do I want to break the wall because I have a big lead and I'm going to have meter, and then when I touch them, over, right? Or am I coming back like, yeah, I got this corner, yeah, I got this pressure, but then like if I break the wall here, I gotta win neutral again. So maybe going for the reset instead would be a better choice to try to like make their life total a little bit closer before I get the meter buff. And you might have more meter too after you do choose to break the wall, either for an immediate like 50-50 with like say bad moon or something. Like when Milia breaks the wall of 100 meter, like that's immediate bad moon or dash low 50-50, like good fucking luck. And if you block, you gotta take another mix up type of thing, but you need 100 meter for that. So that can come from specifically you choosing to delay a little bit and not break the wall right away. Just some things to think about for strategy. Okay, here I break the wall immediately. Funny enough, speaking of Milia of 100 meter, funny enough, bonk. That's got to be the first round just because of that. He had no meter. Of course, he has no DP. I had 100 meters, so I was like, it's fucking time. 50-50 right away. Nothing. I'm just going to pull a bad move. Okay. It's my set point. Focusing. He's using Mawaru. So this set, you might be watching this slash have watched the previous one maybe. You might be like, yo, LK, why are you not hitting Drunkard Shade when he sends Eddie at you? It's because I didn't know. Because I don't know the matchup at this time. I'm definitely just freestyling. Kinda. I didn't know that much about the character at this time. Besides, like, again, legacy stuff and just like side pieces of advice that people have told me, like, oh, you can hold up versus this, you can look for this here, try to YRC this, like things like that. Not as like specific as I tend to like being. Okay, in neutral, the low I don't think reach, but here's hair car into the safe jump. You crouch, but it's okay. I don't think that one you could backdash. Lust Shaker coming clutch, but I didn't use the whole hits. It's fine. I got a bunch of meter too. Okay, neutral. Nice pure summon from him. So there's one. I bursted both. So apparently you're not supposed to burst leap at the end, I think. I think if you burst at the beginning, it's okay. Oh, this is a really good situation for me. Looking for YRC. It also freezes the screen too. So like, if you're not already defending, when the freeze happens, then you're just gonna get hit by it, unfortunately. Okay, Septum. I didn't expect for it to not break the wall. Trying to close slash him to death. Dash throw. A kind of had the read on impose there, taking that 4-0. All right, so back to grand final. So Super made it back, fighting through the losers bracket again. Everything's 4-7, so this is kind of a grind. Again, I was pretty glad about this too, because I'm like, okay, cool, more games against Zato. Honestly, this is one of my favorite matchups in Guilty Gear. I think that there's such an interesting dynamic between these two characters, and like, to be honest, like, one thing I didn't like about how Rev 2 ended up, I won't say it's about Rev 2.1 specifically, but I will say about Rev 2.0, I thought Rev 2.0 specifically was kind of just like a guerrilla game where it's just like all the characters that are good are characters that have big ass buttons that convert consistently into damage, because more than Strive, it is actually just difficult for some characters to convert by design. Like a standard GG character, a really common thing about them is that they don't generally convert into full combos from their far pokes. It's a really common thing. So the characters who had this in Rev were all really strong because they could convert into full combos. Characters like Johnny, Elfeltz, those are like the two obvious ones. But then there's stuff like who I won't say go under the radar, but like they're probably just not as well known, like Raven. Like, you might have heard people complain about Raven. I don't usually complain about Raven. I think he's really annoying, but he's not like ruin the game type character for me. He's just like super annoying for these reasons. Milia vs Zato, like, it's such an interesting dynamic, man. And like the way that Zato has to control space and move faster than he's more comfortable with, but his return is really high on stuff if he's correct on things. And then like how like Milia has to like navigate all the stuff he's putting on the screen, but she can, and like sometimes you have to move faster than you're comfortable with because like you have to get away from the other character that's on the screen. And when Zato is off screen, you can't see Eddie, so he can like really mess with you when the character's off screen. I think it's just a super cool match between like two technical characters that I think when two good people are playing the match, it's just really fun to watch. So I'm really glad I got to play another set, and then also like the FT10 after. I really am always like a fan of this match. Okay, we're starting strong. Unfortunately, he's choosing 2S to Abare, so to mash. I mean, so like while it technically does the job, like it hits in the spot where it should hit Mirage, right? So actually the old roll that Milia had in previous versions of Guilty Gear, it would go under that button. It was actually a pretty important countermeasure because it's like one of the buttons he presses on the most. But he just did it too slow and, you know, grabs 2 frames. So you're gonna see a bunch of me, like, especially later games, maybe not in this set, but like as I play against the character more, of me choosing throw as my attack to like just throw him out on attack. Yeah, he got a really strong start this game. Okay, we're using the neutral jump again, neutral jump Capel. Again, she goes farther than you think she's supposed to, but you do have the Q of Capel though. Okay, Capel. The more I use it, the more I'm like, man, this move is the one. Okay, I'm gonna break the wall here again. He doesn't have meter for YRC. I did a lot of damage. It's like one mix-up death. Even though I messed up, it's okay. Even though I messed up twice, it's okay. Neutral. Oh, what the? What? What happened to disc? Wait. What happened to my disc? Wait a minute. I mean, it's okay. Something happened off screen to my disc. H-Disc actually surprisingly good against Zato. I mean, just disc in general is good against him. The new disc is a really interesting mid-range tool if you're able to use it properly against like characters that will benefit you. I think against Zato, what's nice about it is that it will protect you all screen. It's 2 hits, so you know, Mawaru is a lot of hits, so like it's whatever. But like if Eddie leaps into it, he's gonna get hit. If he tries to pierce under it, he's gonna get hit, which is nice. If Oppose is there, then well, you have your thing too, which is okay. You can hop over Pierce and Mawaru with it, which is nice. So there's a lot of good stuff about it. I just think it's a little hard to place against Zato, but if you use it effectively, it's pretty good. And Zato himself is not like mobile in like a fast way. He's mobile in that he can alter his air options really well. He's not that fast on the ground. Okay, he's trying to preempt a little bit. There it is. I roll past Oppose. Oppose, pretty tricky to deal with as a ground poke because like, especially if you're using 2K2D, you're committing to 2K2D so you can't delay and you don't confirm until after the 2D hits basically. So Oppose really fucks dash 2K2D, so you can't use it too much on him. Okay. Killing Eddie real quick. Bursts me in the corner. It's okay. He peels off. In there, capital JP into 50-50. Let's go. Mix. Gets hit by a low. Mix. Gets hit by a low again. This is perfectly fair, guys. She's not a good character at all. Anyway. I just peel off in neutral. I've been making it a habit of trying to use air dash back FD rather than doing a button sometimes, because some characters just have shit that could hit your hurt box. Like Giovanna has that. Nagoriyuki with the home run 2 H's. Like there's a bunch of ways you can get hit. So I'm trying to make it a habit. That was pretty woke. Meeting me adversary with the JK. Overhead. I'm not actually used to like the flow of this mix-up that he's doing, so I don't know what timing should I think of. Is it a 50-50? I'm just kind of like doing my best. That we defend. There's some things in this game actually that you might think is a mix, but it's not. But it's because of the new air dash. Whatever timing you would use normally to defend the high and the low, it's different. So most games you usually block high, switch low. But in this game, generally the low will come before the high because the air dash is delayed. So just keep that in mind if you feel like you're getting mixed by stuff. It might not actually be a real mix. It might just be that you don't know the timing to defend it. Okay, he takes his round back pretty clean. I feel pretty good. Like his burst is coming. I got mine, so I can take a hit. Uh-oh. Okay, thankfully he hit me with Pierce. Okay. Mirage, she gets out. I went for the throw that time. It's kind of a big choice off 2D. That takes a lot of respect to do off 2D. Why? Because the attack level on 2D is kind of low. I guess you would have to watch a video on attack levels. I wonder who made a video on attack levels. Yeah, that time I'm like, yeah, doing this off 2D was cap. I gotta do close slash. Okay, trying to just pull up a little bit. Here's the leap. I gold burst in the gap. JS is a big JS, but no combo. If I get another one because he mashed. Yeah, definitely don't break it here. Waiting for the YRC. There it is. He tries to get out though with it. And I'm trying to bully. And he is definitely dead. Alright, so that's game 3. That's game 3. Going to potentially the last game. Here's Zato. So blowing up, he tried to pull up. I actually haven't really labbed round star against Zato too much. I've looked at his hitboxes after, where he has things like his 5H is disjointed. Didn't know that. It's kind of nice. You can roll his 5S. Oh, he tried to mash, I think, 2H. Some characters be using their 2H like a fucking DP, man. Nago players do that too. Okay. Got him to cross. He wasn't ready for move that fast. I'm going to kill him. Yes. Big. Okay, potential tournament point here. Nice, there it is, the disjointed 5H. Then again, though, if he whiffs, he's dead. Okay. He might have thought I was going to cabble there. I got this burst too. I pulled up so hard. That burst was trash, but we get the throw. Okay. Went for a little tricksies there. That's just not real, though. Just messing around with some new stuff. Again, there it is, the DB. And Buzzy jump for the W. Okay, that's it for this one, though. Managed to take first at this one. Haven't entered it for like a couple of weeks, so I felt pretty good. It's good to get some Zato practice, too. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you guys feels like it, and I will see you next time. Peace out.